That's why I love the story. That's why I love what it is that you're doing. One of the things where the respect kicks in is I'm basically doing the podcast like once every 2 weeks. That's just because my personality is like I can't pour from an empty cup. So like if I don't have it, I don't have it, and I don't want to put the pressure on myself to be on all the time. That's what sales versus account management kicks in. Account manager, I might talk. There's some people that I could talk to once a month. There's some people I might talk to once a quarter. But if you ask them, their thing is, you know what? That's the best person for me
That's
because he understands that like I got to worry about all these other things. I never have to worry about him. Your ability to do 2 podcasts a week is insane to me, but it makes total sense knowing what I know about you and knowing that you have a vision, and your vision was this is how I'm going to do what I want to be able to do. And one of the things that I think and I believe in, correct me if I'm wrong, is once you get that realization of I've been running around helping other people accomplish their dreams and their calling, and no matter how much I do, I'm never going to be on that level. I'm never really going to be brought in. I've been brought into rooms, but like I feel like I'm sitting at the wrong table. And even if I'm sitting at the right table, I don't get to weigh in the way that I feel like I should be able to weigh in, considering the contribution that I'm making. So
absolutely.
once you have that, like I believe that's the thing that drives you in your ability to be able to do 2 podcasts a week and all the rest of it. Once you understand what the cost is
It's a
and
wrap.
you see what the return could be, the cost never seems as much as it's like as it would be for somebody else that can do it, because now you know what it looks like to be on the other side of it.
Absolutely. But I know when I'm invited to those rooms, it's based on the leverage, right? It's based on how I'm invited to that room, why I'm invited to that room. So I'll give you an example, bro. I was at Black Week, so there's a dope conference. So anybody's listening, shout out to Black Week, shout out to all the founders. We
Okay.
went there last year. We was their first podcast partner, but we went there last year just to attend because I'm working at the other spot. Couldn't do it. I go down there, bro. Every executive in that building knew us.
Hmm.
Every executive. I could look in a room of 100 people and see 30 guests. So imagine that feeling. So now we're on the roof, bro. It's lunchtime. Don Lemon from CNN is right there next to us. He has people looking to get autographs. He has like 10 people. Bro, you look to ours. We got 10, 15 people talking to us because they're all guests. He had to come to us and say, yo, who are you guys?
What's going on? Yeah.
What's going on over
Yeah.
here? What are you doing? Well, how do I don't know you guys? And now we're building a relationship, but that was all based off what I built, of what we built. That's 2 days a week. I want relationships. You know what? Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, even if worst case scenario, I get a great story and I get to meet somebody who can be my friend and who knows what happens down the line. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is I see you somewhere. We could actually, something makes sense. You could hire me for your business, all that stuff. And then once we know each other's story, we want to see each other win. And I just had by the grace of God, to have people on that want to see me win.
Mm-hmm.
Have that experience. Out of 100 podcasts, it might be that one and be like, oh, I remember Jarrett. He was bugging. I remember the messages. I remember you know what I mean? That's high-headed.
Memorable.
It's memorable. And that's why you're doing sales calls and that's how you're doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only thing that's taking us, bro. That's why I do too. So my thing is, there's people out there with bigger names than me, bigger cachet, bigger visibility, right? So how do I compete with that? I compete with that by having better relationships.
Yes.
That's the only way I can level the playing field.
Yes. Well, you've answered some questions that I was going to ask you. So I'm going to bring around to the depth, because this was something that I wanted to be able to point out, because it's a bar, but it's also the thing that sums up your podcast and everything that you're doing. And it's a perfect segue into it because you kind of just covered it. I know one of the things that I've heard you say is, once somebody becomes a guest, they're part of the family. And my thing with that was, when you did it, was that intentional, or was it something that just kind of happened in real time? Because a lot of what you do is based on instinct. Like you said it and you didn't say it like it was something that you thought up and was like, oh, that's clever, I'm going to say it. You said it because you meant it.
Meant it. Meant it.
Okay.
If I just like how you do, bro. So you probably brought on 3 to 4 guests on the show, bro. And vice versa. If I see somebody that makes sense and I'm like, yo, Sean's personality, this one personality, why would I be a gatekeeper on that? And if you guys connect and make something special happen, shit, that's a win-win for all of us. Well, why wouldn't I do it? It's only a text away. It's only a call away. And I'm the type of person, I never ask anyway. But if I'm going to hit you up, Sean, just like I know you reach me out to reach out and bring somebody, I know it ain't no BS. I know it's serious. I know it's like, yo, anybody who's a friend of Sean is a friend of mine, man. They're good people. Yo, you'll have you on next week. No problem. No problem. We ain't got to think twice about it. We ain't got to do a prep call. We ain't got to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? We just jump
Yeah.
on. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm about, bro. So like it was that. And so now the next evolution of it is now the live events. How do I get you guys in person together? How do I create that? Where the owner of the Nationals is talking to Sean. Oh, how Matthew knows is talking to this one. My mama was on the show. My mama talking to this one. You know what I'm saying? How all of us can win and have a collective conversation because we have one thing in common. That's we're all more than the title.
Yes. Yes.
Regardless what you are. It don't matter if you're the former CMO, you're this, you're Beyonce, that. You're still, you're still a man. You're still a woman. You're still a person. If I don't care what your title was, if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. I wouldn't have you on.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Because now it's not just the title. It's like everything that you're saying is so genuinely you, but it's so marketable at the same time.
Sorry.
Like when I'm listening to things, I'm like, ooh, that's marketable. Ooh, like sometimes when I say marketable, there's slogans and there's things that like you can put out there and people remember you because they remember it. It's like somebody getting a song in their head that they haven't heard in years, but somebody walks by whistling and all of a sudden it kind of brings it back. Like there's so many different things where like, if you can figure out a way to be able to have a moment and be memorable, and that's why I think there's confusion when some people say all press is good press. Not really. Because I don't want to be remembered for a moment that brings you someplace where you don't want to go. But if I can create a moment where, like you said, sometimes you can get on the phone and just say something that's tell a joke. I was having a bad day and this guy got on the phone and told a joke. They'll remember the bad day, but they'll remember you were a good part of that bad day.
That's it.
So, I literally had somebody on Threads say to me today, like, you know what, you're a genuinely good person. Like life, there's a world, you're in a world where it doesn't necessarily deserve you, but like, keep doing what you're doing. My response to that was, I genuinely appreciate that. One, and two, I got you got it right for the day. So I have a thing where it's like, I need to be able to make sure that I got it right for the day. And whenever I get that, then I'm like, okay, then I did what I was supposed to do. As long as I'm able to continue doing that, then I can continue going down the road and know that I'm on the right path. So I'm very big into pathway recognition, pattern recognition. My background is my background. One of the reasons I wanted to be able to have you come on and really talk about it, and I'll bring it back around to more the professional side of things, but I do believe the professional experience, our personal decisions and our personal lives affect our professional and vice versa. But like, I'm very much an account manager, a program manager. What I love is that you have a different approach. You have sales, you trust your instincts. There's reasons why you did it the way that you did it. Like you built yours with the podcast and everything first. You heard something, it registered. You said, you know what? So you got what you said was like 10 people, a 10 people crew.
Yeah.
And it would you heard it and you were like, so that's the game. Okay.
That's the game. That's how
I like what you did.
I figure business, and you're doing it by media. You're using it by being yourself. Doesn't matter. And then I'm looking at some of the calls. You don't even have particularly be in the calls. It's your expertise that they trust that you develop your team in a way that you can handle it. And it was because of that. So it was like, damn, I've been a VP at Cannes. I've been at this. I've been at that. Da-da-da. I've got experience. Why am I hoarding it? Why am I not telling people? And then you look further. As I started looking at LinkedIn, I would look at LinkedIn, bro, and this is some game for the audience. When I started, and it's increased by then, it's 750 million users on LinkedIn. Out of those 750 million users, only 2% when I started were posting every single day. So you mean to tell me this is the largest business highway in the world, and I could put a billboard on that thing every single day for free and get views and get business? And all I got to do is not care about who I used to work with, what future opportunities and what's this. No. So I'm going to put myself out there every single day, bro. And that's all I did. 9 o'clock in the morning, you knew a video was coming like clockwork before I start my day. I had a partner. We would have a topic, all that shit. That's it. I need you to like me. And if you like me, I had a saying, teach them how to fish and they'll learn you sell fishing poles.
Yes.
Teach them how to fish. Show them that you're fishing. Show them that you caught the fucking whale. Show them that you got a straight bass today. Show them all of that. And guess what? When they fish and they need some utensils, they're going to call you. Because why? They see you every single day. They trust you. And that's all I did. And weave in
Absolutely.
some personal stories, let you know more about myself, right? How I got into sales. Oh, yes, my son's graduation day. Yeah, I'm a pop. I don't have to show you that, but that's who I am. See if you like it or you don't. I'm going to wear a hat and a hoodie because that's what's comfortable. I'm in the house. I'm chilling. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to be, that's not me. But I got to appeal to the young me. Because when I was coming up, there was nobody that I thought was like me
Yes.
in the industry. There was nobody that was like,
Yes.
yo, it'd be a hat and hoodie on and da, da, da. So that's why I have so many Black executives on now. It's because, damn, we need to see you. How would I know? How the hell would I know? How could I know what I aspire to be? How could I know what are the top levels of corporate America? How could I know? Even more so as a 38-year-old man, I know exactly what it took to get there. So I appreciate you even more. You went through the ringer. The
Yeah.
ringer.
Yeah.
You mean nobody's celebrating you? Come here. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. We're going to
I
celebrate.
mean, honestly, that's all some people need.
That's it.
Just that little bit of acknowledgement lets them know, you know what, I'm on a path that I'm supposed to be on, and I'm gonna stay on it because now I know there's someone else out there that saw it, appreciated it, and wanted to celebrate it.
Come on. That's it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
That's it.
I bring this up because, like I said, your approach is one that it's a proven concept.
Yes, sir.
You built the audience and then you built the business. My approach was different because my experiences were different. So I built the business and then went to get the audience. And I wanted to be able to bring you on so that we can talk about the fact that, like, so much of what I do, and this is where I think experience starts to kick in. Uh, for me, my business model is built around it depends. Like, I don't know how to do something one way. I'm a dimensional thinker. So when somebody says something to me, I hear it 100 different ways. And then I start to narrow down which one is the one that makes the most sense for that person in that situation and all the rest of that. So I'm weird in the way that I think and I put everything together, but that made it easier for me to build out the system. And I built an ecosystem that accommodates me so that I can accommodate everybody else. What you did was you said, I'm going to get the audience and then I'm going to build the business around being able to fix it. So one of the things I want people to understand is that we both had ways that we could do it. And there are tactics out there where everybody's telling you how to do something. Oh, all you have to do is get on LinkedIn. All you have to do is this, all you have to that. I get bummed out as soon as I hear all you have to do is, because you're oversimplifying something that is complicated, is hard, and you're going to have to get it out of the mud. But I will say that there are ways to be able to do it. Build something that's built around you. And if you're genuine, and you'll confirm this for me, I'm going to say it for you that you'll confirm it for me because I feel like we're both in that same place.
Yeah.
Nothing sells better than a story.
Come on. Nothing.
You can have the best product and service in the world, but if you don't have a story that can be told, people are buying stories.
That's it.
People are buying stories. Like, they don't have to know you in order to be able to buy something from you. They're really buying the story. I'll go with the luxury brands. I got my start in the music industry and then I went over to luxury brands. So I went from the music industry to, after a point, getting into Condé Nast. I worked for Vanity Fair. I worked for GQ. I did some work with Vogue magazine. So I got to see entertainment and I got to see fashion. So I got to see what it looked like when people sold stories. So 6, 7 years old, I was getting introduced to personas. So by the time I got up to Condé Nast, I was like, oh, I know how to sell people. I damn sure know how to sell a product.
Come on.
Products don't talk.
Come on.
People talk. And if I know how to be able to say, well, what they meant was, and still allow them to be able to get the sales they need and still move units, then I know I can turn around and do that part.
That's it.
What I learned in that and what I learned from being on that side in the music industry was I learned the game and the board. And I said, let me see if I could apply that to different industries.
Yeah.
And I'm saying all this to say, like, if you look at Louis Vuitton, you look at any of these brands, most of what they're selling is on the bag. It's not what's in the bag, it's what's on the bag. So in those situations, what you're looking at is you're looking at something where somebody is saying, ooh, that person had a Louis Vuitton bag, or they had a Fendi bag, or they had this bag, or they had that bag. In those situations, what you're looking at is someone buying the story and the perception of what that bag is, what that brand is. It's not, well, you got this for this reason. It's the story that you're putting around it. The story is, well, I went into this store and I had to wait online and I had to do this and I had to do that. People buy the story. So people are buying a story that is memorable. People are buying a product, they're buying a service, but they're also buying it so that they can have a story to be able to tell. somebody may see you wearing something and they're saying, "Oh, that's nice. Where'd you get it from?" They're asking you for the story. They didn't ask you, you know what I mean? Like they're asked, it's baked into anything that you purchase. There's a story baked into it. So whenever you're buying something, whenever you're thinking about making a purchase, there's a story. And once you understand that part, to me, that's the game.